So, some breaking news when it comes to Liam Payne and why things are about to get very tricky for P. Diddy's public enemies. Hey guys, it's Murad Muradi, daily and consistent content. Let's get straight into this video and let's open this conversation up with the Diddy scenario because it's very intriguing. This is coming from thesource.com, where 2 weeks after his latest denial for bond, embattled Bad Boy Entertainment CEO Sean Diddy Combs now finds himself at the center of a legal storm. Why? Because he is facing mounting pressure, guys, from prosecutors. Insiders now claim that Diddy has actually been offered a chance of freedom, but at a cost that could send shockwaves. According to reports from celebrity insider Janet Charlton, prosecutors are pushing Diddy to reveal the full extent of those allegedly involved in his rumored misdeeds. Sources suggest that authorities cast a wide net, demanding details on celebrities, athletes, studio heads, agents, and powerful business figures who may have played a role. Charlton sources claim that whilst Diddy has remained silent thus far, the temptation of bail and the possibility of a lighter sentence looms large. Sean is being tempted to start naming names, and if he cooperates, he could likely be granted bail until his trial. However, Diddy's refusal to cooperate may not last forever. The insider hinted that the revelations could be seismic if Combs speaks out, and the list of people will shock the world, raising speculation about how deep the investigation might reach. Now, to be honest with you, if Diddy wants to start naming names to get a bail, then I do believe he might get Epsteined, because the list of names are going to be huge, seismic. Now, for those who also believe that Diddy is number one in this case, he definitely is not. That's why, he's facing RICO, because he, although was part of the organized crime network and had a high position, he definitely was not number one. There definitely are people who are richer than him, wealthier than him, more famous, or not even needing to be famous, but are higher up executives. And I don't know about you, but being denied bond 3 times and then let it hang over your head so you can hang with your family because you missed Thanksgiving, you missed your birthday, you missed Christmas, and you want to spend time with them and your mother, you definitely can give names to in exchange of that. Not only that, but not just for bond, but for a lighter sentence. Now, who's publicly been dismissing P. Diddy? Sean Carter. Jay-Z has been dismissing him completely, saying that we're not friends and that his guide to, all of this with Alex Spiro is to basically abandon Diddy and say that we weren't ever friends, we were just businessmen. Now, this could be a warning shot to Jay-Z to say that I can start beginning naming names. Now, I don't think Diddy is ever going to be a snitch, to be honest with you, but I think it's a warning shot because there are people out there publicly who have broken ties with this man, have not spoken up for this man. And of course, Diddy is in there having these meltdowns from what is being reported. So he might come to this reason because it's being literally dangled in his face that he might take this exchange for some freedom and a lighter sentence. A lighter sentence is crucial. So I think that he might start singing some names. I think that this report and whoever got this information out is a warning shot. I feel like Jay-Z would be worried about reading this. Absolutely, that his name could start being listed, because it's one thing for you to say we're not friends, but it's another thing for P. Diddy, who's been indicted, who's been raided, who's been arrested, who's in the cell at the MDC saying Jay-Z did XYZ. What can you say against that? All you can do is say that he's a liar at best, but it's very suspect if P. Diddy starts singing. And I don't know about you, but if your best friend, your brother, your strategist has denied you publicly, I would be in my feelings. Let alone Jennifer Lopez might be dragged into it, or plethora of executives, because many of them suddenly resigned when Diddy got arrested back in September. So I think that some people are going to be worried, shaking, confused, and I definitely believe warning shots have been sent to these people, and they know exactly who they are. Many are names that we might not even know of, guys. But I think this is a very interesting update, that some level of freedom, a bond, and a lighter sentence. Because if they know better, the prosecution, they would know that Diddy is not number one in this RICO racketeering organized network. He's very high, probably 3, 4, but there are others above him. And so if you are finally able to prosecute this man and get a big case, why not want to go bigger? So I think there's definitely substance to this conversation. And do I think that he's going to name names? Potentially. Jay-Z's already been dragged into this mess. Whether he's innocent or not, he's been dragged into this mess. That, I don't think we expect it to be so soon. So other names can easily be dragged into this, and Diddy can definitely exchange some names for the pressure to cooperate. He hasn't said anything now. He's remaining silent, but we'll see how this goes. We will see how this goes. Something tells me Diddy's definitely going to be singing. He's just going to be singing like a canary, guys. Now, breaking news for Liam Payne. 5 people have been charged over what happened to Liam Payne in Argentina. Several people, guys, get this. An Argentinian online newspaper has published that 5 people have been officially charged by a judge and 2 have been remanded in custody, reported by Infobee. The site claims that one of those charged is Liam's friend, Roger Norres, who said he left the singer at the Casaso Palermo Hotel about an hour before he fell to his passing. Infobabe reported that the authorities have charged him with negligent homicide. Wow. Brian Pace, a waiter who admitted to using, drugs and supplying them with the singer, basically, was charged with supplying narcotics. Casasa employee Ezequiel Pereira was allegedly also charged with supplying substances, and hotel managers Gilda Martin and Esteban Grassi have reportedly been charged with manslaughter. All 5 have been summoned to appear in court. Wow, guys, these are some crazy charges: negligent homicide, supplying, and manslaughter. 5 people have been charged. I also feel like, the hotel managers, why should they be charged? I'm just confused. Maybe you guys can disagree with me on this, and I'm happy for a conversation. But unless they were there or directly were reasons for why Liam was the way that he was, I don't understand how they... I don't get it. So if anybody else suddenly passes away in a hotel, the managers are responsible, even if the managers are not physically there. That's what I'm very confused about in this story. Also, his friend being charged, who left an hour before... How did he know this was going to happen? Unless he knew, and there's evidence that he knew that this was the plan for Liam Payne to go down, then yeah, sure. But he left an hour before, so I don't understand how now he's facing negligent homicide, and also he's been banned from leaving the country. He's now stranded, stuck in the country. So several lives, guys, have basically been ruined because of what happened to Liam Payne. I'm not really referring to the waiters who were supplying stuff. That's different, because if you're supplying somebody with stuff, knowing they have issues, or if they don't, and then they suddenly plunge, you're directly correlated to that because you were supplying them. But I feel like their friend can't leave the country now and is banned and facing negligent homicide, and the hotel managers are facing manslaughter, but they all went there. So I don't know. To me, it is very intriguing. I don't know why they've done this. Maybe because Liam Payne is a huge star and they want to basically put a reckoning and a good name on themselves and say, look, we're doing the job, we're charging the people, etc. Look what we're doing. But I'm just like, these people being charged, I honestly don't understand, and it doesn't make sense to me as to how some people can be charged when they weren't even there, the hotel managers. I don't know. Maybe you guys can disagree with me on this, or maybe you guys agree with me on this. But of course, a lot of people are discussing it and speaking about what has happened, and for the fact that he's been charged, and 5 people have been charged. I mean, it's very bad news. But I just think it's ridiculous. I'm so sorry. For a friend to be charged because he left him alone for an hour. At what point do adults need to be more responsible for themselves and for their own actions? Because no one forced them to take X, Y, Z. This is why I'm very confused as to why, I don't understand. Okay, outside of the people supplying, but he bought them. He knows the risks of taking X, Y, Z, irrespective of his issues. I just don't understand as to why so many people now are facing stuff. I don't understand. Somebody says if Roger was being paid to be his minder and was controlling Liam's money, and etc., and this person finds it strange that he was MIA and never returned to the hotel once. So the fact that he was owning his money and etc. and being his manager, I don't understand. No shade, no tea, in disrespect to Liam Payne's family, but he is a responsible man, an adult. He took XYZ. I don't think other people like the hotel manager or his friend needs to be charged with these significant charges of being banned from the country. I just don't understand what is going on. Subscribe to the channel, comment down below, give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. Please do subscribe to the channel, guys. It's just one click, and I'll catch you guys soon for another video.